Okay, I'm back. Looks like there's a few other things in here. I'm gonna explore around the island a bit. Figure why the hell not, right? So yeah, I started kind of talking about it at the end of the last video, but yeah, so this game was pretty good. That being said, though, I don't think it was so good that it should have been treated as if it was such an endearing thing. You know, that's the problem I have with so many games nowadays is they just totally fucking took the wrong idea from this shit. The idea was not that you're an asshole who goes and does and says all of this terrible shit, and then that's the good idea. No, it's like snapping you back out of reality. You're not a hero. Look at what Jason did. Look at all the friends he was leaving behind. He was a bloodthirsty asshole. He went from just trying to survive to fucking up real bad. He's lucky that he escaped with his life. I mean, they allow you to go back here just in case you want to, I guess, you know, do some more shit in the game, so that's fun. But yeah, it's what they show in here, they don't glorify this horse shit. They don't show these tribes as being the best thing in the world. They're fucking not. They were taking advantage of Jason. They were treating him like he was a killer so they could just take his friends and his shit. It's just an excuse to say and do a bunch of terrible things. And that's what, you know, Voss, he warned Jason about. Voss was warning Jason that she's going to make a warrior of him. He'd been burned before. It's what I like about so many of these villains, is that oftentimes they're not even wrong. They just do a bunch of terrible shit. They just do a bunch of terrible shit, so all the good stuff that they're saying, they're trying to warn you. What was Voss saying? I would once do anything for my sister. She's gonna fuck you up. She's gonna screw you up. Don't trust her. Don't trust her. Maybe you should leave, dude. But because, you know, it has to be a fun video game, you decide, nah, I'm just gonna shoot him, though. I mean, maybe you should leave, but, you know, I'm gonna play with you a bit. Or whatever the fuck else. You know, it's things like those. It's like, well, you take the good without the bad there. I mean, hey, that's the thing that's interesting to me about this, is like, what was Voss like before all this shit happened? You can tell this is a person who's been through a lot. I mean, you see the way he talks, the way he acts, the way he responds to shit. He's clearly somebody who's gone through hell, and when you kill him, his facial expression was almost like peace. He was somebody who was so mentally fucked up that by the time he was murdered by some bloodthirsty dude named Jason, well, it didn't really matter to him. His life was fucking pointless. He had thrown away every opportunity. He felt like nothing he was doing really mattered. I've known people who are like Voss. One of my closest friends I ever had. Well, there was a fate that was not too dissimilar to what Voss had, I'm sure. Difference is that guy's alive and he's still an asshole, so hope I never fucking see his dumb ass again. But yeah, games like these, I mean, they peeled back the fucking curtain on all the delusions of this colorful shit that nowadays companies will fucking make. They almost use colors to fucking hide and conceal all of this mental health bullshit they try to treat as if it's a good idea. Like, if you take away the pretty colors, knives don't fucking bring people back. They take them away. It's I guess what Lisa was saying there, I checked. Yeah, there was apparently some sort of, I don't know, hidden interaction if I'd gone back to the cave. Can't exactly do that now, considering game's over, but I like that. It's a nice little detail. Nobody's ever going to tell you could go back. I was just so focused on Railroad and the story that I didn't actually think to go back here. I mean, it's an open world game. I figure, okay, I mean, realistically, open worlds, the way they do this is just like, at least the way they did this on like the Xbox 360 was they just put path next to path next to path, and it's all just a bunch of linear shit right next to each other. I mean, if you think about it, you just follow the fucking yellow brick road here. In the Wizard of Oz, you go to Fairyland and you know, hunt deers or whatever the fuck else it be. I mean, I didn't even need to fuck with most of these missions. It was just kind of more so like, you know, I can, but I don't really want to. I bet you these guys are gonna probably shoot me, but yeah, it's so a number of things about like with Jason there, the story. That was pretty fun. I'm fully expecting, because I don't have a privateer outfit, that they're gonna start shooting me. Oh. No, they're dead. Like, why'd he take off his disguise? Ah, fuck it. Video game, that's why. Can I get back in there? Get back in the temple. Don't think so. Nope. Door shut. Can't shoot out a window. Is this guy gonna shoot me?
I'm here to fight, nothing else. I'm a stone cold killer.
Yeah, he is. Yes, everyone's dead. Okay, that is very appropriate. I thought, you know, it's very appropriate. I thought they would just like, thought they would like repopulate the area, and then it would just be like maybe a safe zone or something. I'm so used to games not actually accounting for this sort of shit. I mean, most of the bodies aren't here. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean, most of these motherfuckers are dead, it looks like, aside from a couple of stragglers there, who I just fucking stabbed in broad daylight and now let them bleed out in the sun. Nobody's here. So this place is... Oh, shit. No, there's a few more.
I could use a cold one. Oh my god!
Okay. This dude and that other dude are gone. This is basically first person Metal Gear Solid 5, I guess. What's in here? Got anything? Not really. There's a few, like, bits of ammo, I guess. Some money. I don't know, like, 30 some odd dollars. This dude was eating bread with a knife and a fork. Bread is still there. I had grilled cheese with bread like that. It was pretty good. Probably should have gotten some bigger bread, though. Is there anything in here? Well, there's an ammo, you know, weapons crate and whatever the fuck else. Beautiful seashell. It's nice to fuck around and play this game. The neon lights, it was things like these, right? These fucking lights here, they don't actually light up anything on the ground. It's things like this I would look at when I'm making my own game. Because unlike them, I don't have the limits of an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3. So oversights like that, or, well, really not so much oversights, because it's not an oversight, it's more of an optimization. An optimization like that I don't need to really account for. I mean, I could, but you notice how this doesn't, if you're like me, this stands out because this doesn't feel as good as actually having a light being like, you know, here and then fucking here, whatever, right? I mean, why can't I shoot this shit off and it's like, oh, it jiggles around and you can bump into it. That's one thing I was looking for when I was looking at, like, what should I do if I build upon a template or something with Unreal. And it's looking at, like, what a bunch of games were doing. This, Call of Duty, fucking Battlefield, Far Cry 4, Far Cry 3, 2, Crysis, Crysis 2, Crysis 3, Sniper Ghost Warrior, Brothers in Arms, Borderlands, just across the board, like, what are all these things that they did really well, and then what's a good combination of those things I could put into my game and improve upon, and not just make it seem like it's some haphazardly slapped together asset flip of a game. Because, I mean, I am a single person. I did have to take shortcuts. I use assets. It's not something that I fucking hide. I'm not going to be so proud about that shit and say, no, 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 I made all this shit myself. No, I didn't. I did not. I did make some shit myself, and I mixed it in with the stuff that was purchased, or most of it was like free, so most of it was like free giveaways. And it's just like, you know, okay, well, if Epic Games is going to give me a fucking in where all these other companies are going to just show me the door, well, it'd be kind of stupid not to take it. Like, okay, what do you prefer? The tool that's like, I don't know, gonna give you semi-average results if you're trying to make something that looks like it came out in the 1990s with some cartoon shit, be forgotten in 2 weeks, and really people only play this shit out of spite as opposed to an actual desire for, you know, making fun graphics or something? Would you, I mean, what do you think's gonna do you better? Something negative or something positive that's gonna, like, you know, maybe be more reliable, work longer term? Because I look at games like this, I look at games from this generation of consoles, and I don't see them ever really looking that bad. I mean, they have a few rough edges, and it's mostly just due to limitations of the console they were on, but, I mean, in all actuality, they were just a lot less restricted, and they dealt with a lot of mature subjects. They dealt with some pretty dark shit. Myself and most others probably didn't think that this was anything special at all because it was just normal. I mean, hell, the violence and a lot of that shit in there really grounded and kind of made all of these mature games more impactful. It's like, is it more impactful as a player when you shoot cocaine for it to have nothing happen, or for it to, boom, fucking puff out there in a cloud of dust? And then there's like little fucking trails there, right? Where, like, when I shot that, even if there's nothing really there to it, that's fine. I mean, it's a little detail like that. Is it more impactful when you shoot this for sparks to come out, or for nothing to happen and there be no bullet hole? They also know me by name. That's fun. Nice detail.
All these guys dead? Holy crap! Make this easy on yourself, Snow White, and who the fuck did all that?
See? These guys are pretty shocked. They're like, whoa, you did
You
that?
ready for me, Snow White? 'Cause I'm ready for you.
Having a fucking old western standoff, are we? I guess they just send unlimited guys in. Got some ammo at least. I'll take it. Is there like an assault rifle with a silencer on it? I mean, aside from that, technically this is an assault rifle, but that's not what I mean. Like a fucking full auto one. At least that's the way they've categorized the shit. No, there's nothing on that anyway. I mean, there is a silencer on this one, but yeah, nothing on the others. This one's pretty good. How's the ace? Let's see. shoot it for a decent amount of time. Oh, I got a Uplay achievement. No, I didn't. Uplay no longer exists because they replaced it with fucking Ubisoft Connect. Man, you could fucking connect your ass to a fucking shotgun and pull both triggers, you French fuckers. Get your elephant gun from Far Cry 4. Fucking gay-ass launchers. Anyway. There's a reason why this shit becomes problematic. There's no improvement from games like these. They're not actually doing anything that's of significance, so the only significance they derive is knocking at someone else. Knocking down someone else. Does that seem like a good idea to bunch up with your, put yourself in that crowd? I don't think so. It just seems like right now it might work for the meantime, because it's like a holding pattern. It's like, okay, it's an elaborate, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, so we're just grinding our gears, making shit to pay the bills. That doesn't seem like a good, reliable investment by comparison to, like, maybe improving off of something like this. A lot of people are going to Old Tech and Fruitiger Arrow. They're going to other shit. I think that's a better idea, but remember, don't get so caught up in the past that you forget to make improvements. That's, I think, the important part. That's what people need to do. They don't just need to go back to old shit and all this will be better. No. If you just go back to old shit, nothing's going to get better. You're going to repeat the same exact mistakes. If you do not learn from history, you are doomed to repeat it. And that's what I don't want to see a repeat of. I don't want to see this get buried again. Why did this stop? Why did these games stop? They weren't improving. They ran into hardware limitations, and they ran into game design limitations, and when they just kept pumping out games that were basically the same looking thing over and over and over again, they became stale and boring. And even when they got past these hardware limitations, well, because they lacked enough creativity, basically all they did was, let's just make it look pretty. Nobody wanted to just buy this shit because it looked pretty. Nobody gave a fuck. Most people just went back to old Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, 1 or 2, and just stayed on Xbox 360, because it's like, well, if you don't like these shitty restrictions, we got a product for you. It's called Xbox 360. Well, a fat lot of good that did them, because, yeah, well, wouldn't you know it, this shit's been kind of on the down low. You won't really find it with a million sub YouTube channels, but people are going back to iPods. They're going back to all this old shit because it's been 20 years, but hey, I don't fucking see an Xbox 360 not working. It's been 20 years, but I don't see old cars without any tablets not working. It's been, I don't know, 30, 40 fucking years, but most of that anime shit, which used to be a lot better forever ago before it turned into a circle jerk with questionably aged female school children. Yeah. That shit still works. I can see why maybe people like that. Maybe a little bit too much, and maybe they should keep this shit to themselves. I used to be 12. I used to think this shit was cool until multiple friends I knew made it part of their identities in an unhealthy and creepy manner. Got into drugs, started hurting themselves, started hurting other people around them, started thinking they would change the world, be a politician, thinking that they were going to be, I don't know, some warrior or something, just like Jason is. Social justice warrior, maybe more like, but what'd they end up? Tell you where they ended up. One ended up in jail, another ended up dead, one ended up missing in action and fucked up beyond repair. He came back when I sung about two choices. He felt like a failure. It's no wonder he came back looking for me. But as he does, indirectly. I've been burned before, but I didn't let it stop me. It's one thing I like about Jason here. He's gonna go home. He is gonna be fucked up. but deep down he knows he's still a good person. That's one thing I like. Even in these games where you're a fucked up, psychopath, you're a lunatic. You've done things that are completely, like, beyond reproach. These things are unreasonable. You have done things that are horrible, very obviously, too. I also didn't fuck with fire very much, that's why I'm doing it now. But, you've done things that are very, very unreasonable and very obviously bad. But that's the thing, is in these games, because they're still a fucking video game at the end of the day, regardless of whatever they might feel, you're a good person. These games didn't look down at you. They didn't beat you down. It was really when Spec Ops The Line started to come around that they started really doing that a lot more. And then because people are stupid, gullible, and naive, they take an example of one thing and ram it to the max, even though it wasn't the point. The point of Spec Ops The Line is, should this be every single game where it's a shooter game? Because, yeah, this shit was really starting to get out of hand. Should these games just keep doing the same exact repetitive garbage every fucking day? I mean, it's predictable. If you play one of these games, it was almost like they became cynical, where it's like, well, you play one of them, you might as well have played them all, because nothing changes. I don't blame you. It doesn't matter how good a hot fudge sundae is if you have it every damn day. You're gonna get tired of it. You can have McDonald's every day, but you're gonna feel fat and bad and ugly. You're gonna get pretty bad. It's not gonna be good for you. Can't burn this tree for whatever reason. Well. No, this tree is invincible. The way they do fire here is pretty decent. Gotta fuck around this flamethrower some more. But yeah, there's... Oh, now it can burn. I sending more troops to find me?
I'm coming to kill you. Mine!
Synchronize your death animations, boys. You're fired.
I can't. Not bad. Snow White.
There we go. Snow White. I love they give me a fucking nickname, too. Trash talk and other shit. It's an M-rated video game. Just don't be afraid, you know? Don't be afraid to show me some fucked up shit. I'm an adult. I can handle it. But yeah, it's what I like about games from this time. Even when the same exact people who make these kinds of games, you know, were doing that shit back then, it's just a video game. You know, there was at least some maturity they had where it's like in Halo 4. Okay, you know, you say soldiers and humanity as if these are two separate things, but Master Chief, we're all just people. Or Mass Effect. I mean, there are times in that game where you have to take care of yourself. You know, there's all these relationship things and whatever the fuck else, but they're not only obsessed with, like, sex and kink stuff. If you look on the box, it's not about sex, it's about the mission. It's about saving Earth. It's about duty, honor, the morality of soldiers, and how warfare is on a global and galactic level. How all these, you know, aliens in the background are starting to, you know, have their master plan take shape and start fucking up the universe. You gotta go save it. It's like some more mature M-rated Star Wars stuff. If you took out less of like the appealing to 12-year-olds and put in more like, you know, violence, murder, sex, drugs, and all this other fun shit. It's like if you had M-rated Star Wars with good attention to detail and all kinds of goodies. That's why I think I see so many people liking Mass Effect. That's why I see all kinds of praise for stuff like Titanfall and all this other stuff years after. Titanfall hasn't had a game since 2016. When you burn these guys, they're like, ah, you know? That's like really good detail. Or oh, see, they don't just go They go ah. It was the same thing that like Gears of War 5 fucked up as well. It's, you know, I'm down.
What the? What's that?
Couldn't make like one new sound for that. And I checked. I mean, they do have screaming. I mean, he stands in it for like, I don't know, 2 seconds and then cuts the clip. So it's like, okay, well, they do scream, but, you know, I'm down. There are also some things that just seem a little screwy with that Crow Cat guy, but, eh. Regardless. There's a few good points in there. See how some of like the fire is a little laggy. I love all these ashes too. Like, look at that shit. I think I'm gonna burn the world. It's my new goal. See how much of this grass I can fucking burn. Only you can start forest fires. And that I'm going to. Do I look like I want to hide? Get me. It'll be an absolute blast, I guarantee it. Grab some more fire ammo. I'm gonna burn this shit, I gotta do it right. That tree took its sweet ass time to light up. The fire is over here still burning. Nice. Started burning this shit, it didn't go. Let's see how effective this fire can be throughout the world.
You know what I need?
I need you to die.
What the hell?
But yeah, just M-rated stuff. It was mature. It was... I mean, hell, still is. For fuck's sake, it's not like these games went anywhere, right? It's kind of the thing with, like, Spec Ops The Line that I look at. It's like, well, if you look back at games like these and all you think is, oh, they were only good because you were 12, that's not right. That's kind of a foolish and just kind of arrogant way to look at this sort of stuff. It's like, okay, you only liked this because you were a kid. It couldn't possibly be that, like, maybe you enjoyed it because it was good, it was fucking impactful. When you burn a guy, he fucking goes, "Rah!" Shit fucking is, you know, when you blow up a tree... Fire, I think. Yeah, look at that. The rocket launcher has some good details. I started a fire. Like the shrapnel, fucking, you know, this is a flammable material, isn't it? Shouldn't this shit be set on fire?
Sooner or later, Brody, I'm gonna get fire! Fire!
Well, sooner I'm gonna get you.
Shit, that's a one. Shit, where's cover?
You ain't getting it, motherfucker. I'll cover you with this. Where is he? He's got a bazooka too. These guys just respawning. It's like GTA or something, where they start fighting more of them. They just start sending in the big guys. Might be. I don't know why I didn't use this sooner. Beats me. But yeah, it's like when they leave a skid mark, it's just really excellent attention to detail and things like this. I can start a fire. The skid marks still stay. They haven't despawned. They haven't just turned back to green because, oh, fire hurts my feelings. Okay, then why the fuck did you add it? Oh, this hurts your feelings. Why the fuck's it in the game? Hurts my feelings that you didn't make it any good. That seems a little hypocritical. I mean, how can you say that you're so loving and caring, but then it'd be like, oh, well, you know, we're just gonna fucking add in all of this violent murder. Oh, because people expect that? I thought you were making these games to get away from that shit. How can you say you're anti-violence or whatever the fuck it be? You know, oh, we're pro this or that, but then you proceed to demonstrate through the mechanics of your game that you're fucking lying. They'll just use Xbox 360 game mechanics willy-nilly and without any care or consideration for the actual core themes of what they're fucking making. It seems like nothing more than a cheap fucking imitation at that rate. I mean, I understand the need for good optimization. I mean, you want to keep a good frame rate up, but naturally, I mean, if this shit could do it no problem, then what the fuck is the real halt here? You know, what's stopping them? Nothing is stopping them. They're just choosing to do this. More so, I guess, out of spite. Seems pretty stupid. Spite against themselves. Yeah, way to go there, guys. Really fucking demonstrating some confidence. Why would you as a customer feel appreciated if when you can go back and play an older game, probably for free or for cheap? In my case, I got this for like $5. As even Voss's old pirate crew, well, unfortunately, they had the gold edition or the newest edition, and that's not what I wanted. I couldn't find a version 1 of this game anywhere. And all the newer versions of the game, they had a bunch of shit that was broken or, you know, in a lot of cases, weirdly kind of, like, contaminated in a way. Like, the level of detail system was fucked up. The characters kept popping in and out more than they did in the old version. And I had a hunch, like, oh, well, I don't think the CD's been updated, so maybe I could go find a working version of the game there. And I could, and it's like, well, I shouldn't have to jump through all these fucking jungle gym hoops and whatever the fuck else. You know, jump through a pit of fucking wild piranhas and all this other horse shit to just play what I wanted. Like, why can't I just go to Steam? Why can't I just play version 1? That's like, that seems like a simple thing. It's not like I'm asking, you know, for the winning lottery numbers or something. I'm not asking for $1 million fucking dollars. I'm just asking to play a video game I paid for. They have this shit in their files somewhere. They just don't want to give it to me because they think it makes them feel powerful. Shoot this bastard. And it's also just like the technical stuff. You know, with the fire here, it seems to just constantly go out way too quickly, and that's a real shame. I'd like to have longer lasting fires, kind of like Far Cry 2. And Far Cry 2's fires even, it's like, okay, I like that you can start massive fires here. That's cool. But, something's off. Like, why does this shit disappear so quickly? Maybe the bright colors and all the special effects they have there aren't exactly as good as people would make it out to seem. Because, I mean, if they can do all that shit with low-resolution, dreary, kind of drab colors, but they can't do it here, then why would I want them to do it like this, right? Not that, you know, turning up a saturation dial exactly affects the performance too much. I mean, there are colorful games from that time. There are cartoonish games. Ni no Kuni, there's all kinds of, I don't know, Sesame Street, Curious George type of games. There's a pretty good one for the Kinect. There's like a Sesame Street where you go to a monster land and something made by Double Fine. That one's pretty good. A lot of Double Fine's games. Psychonauts or Mirror's Edge. You know, stuff like that. That's pretty good. Those are colorful games. There certainly weren't a lack of these very colorful, bright, happy games with, I don't know, gay people or whatever the fuck else. There weren't a lack of them. There were just a lack of any successful ones, really. Because, yeah, I mean, people were able to see through the facade of just, this is a game that is shoehorning in people and using them as a fucking tokenized method to get sympathy money from people who they guilt trip into seeming like they're bad. Like, no, people aren't bad by default. See, Voss wasn't a bad guy by default. He'd been burned before. That's the thing. He had been ran through the ringer. My friends weren't bad people by default. They just had bad shit happen to them. I mean, fuck them, because they screwed me. They messed with me. So that's why I don't like them anymore. But that doesn't mean that by default. I would just fuck them over by default. That'd be a stupid thing to do. It was years and years of buildup of that shit. It was years and months and all this shit. Terrible things. They didn't seek help. They didn't do that thing. They didn't do this thing. They became unreliable. They became unfriendly. Their behavior became bad in a way. It kind of went from one terrible thing to just an avalanche or a fucking fire like this, you know? I like this texture effect though. It's nothing much, but you see how when they put a shadow over it and like some red, it looks a lot more burned, and the sound effects are really doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this. It's a number of things like this I can look at and see no second, you know, no experience prior. This is just first time gamer, right? First time playing this. I've never played this before. So, doing a little bit of research, trying to figure out, okay, is there weird shit in this? If so, to what extent and whatnot? Because, yeah, there are aspects of this game I don't fucking like, but clearly this game don't like them either. So hey, I'll give it a pass for that because it's not glorifying. It's not showing these as some sort of endearing trait. It's showing it for exactly what it is. It's bad. It's an evil thing to fucking do. Sex slavery, drugs, all this shit. Yeah, these aren't good things. All this stuff, and it's the way that companies nowadays are weaponizing this stuff to seem very hollow and just more so like a call to action to justify all kinds of terrible behavior it's harmful, because if you see somebody and they sound confident about what they're doing, they got billions of dollars behind a shitty project, that ends up in practice just being about, go out there in the real world, start killing people, go start fucking murdering people. They don't ever say, oh yeah, we don't stand behind that, because they do support it. They fucking do support it. Go support this and that, which has been linked to actual real life terrorism or blackmail or extortion or whatever. There's no progress. They might have better tech, but what use is that technology if it's not optimized? What use is all of this, NVIDIA hairworks and shit, if it was just, once again, another limitation? Doesn't seem like it was any good in that case. It's certainly a lot better than the hair effects we use nowadays, but it's vendor locked. It's all this fake-ass shit that sounds like it's good on the surface, but when you dig deeper, it becomes a fucking horrible, horrible facade. Metal Gear Solid 5, you're playing as a stunt double. It seems like all this shit is just shooting and all whatever. But when you dig deeper and you realize that everything you've done has just been stolen by a guy who is an opportunist, I mean, yeah, not quite as good now, is it? Everything you did, you fought Skullface, you saved ladies, you saved all these people, brought them to a base. You were the reason why the whole series even started in the first place, and the credit was stripped from you. Everything you did, no longer mattered. Everything that you set up, everything, it's gone. And even the very character you play as eventually looks in the mirror and your control is gone. He's a demon. He became the very demon and the very facade that he was once made to play. He gave into his role. He let the bad guy win. Big bad boss. And what did it get him? That's the thing. It's like, well, I look at a lot of the situations of, the way that indie games go. Nowadays, there's a lot of people who just make a bunch of, 1980s copy-pasted anime porn shit that just looks disgusting. Constantly on Steam and being sold to little kids. It's just fucking weird and gross and very, very questionably legal, no doubt. Or otherwise, it is illegal, but nobody's enforcing the fucking law, so, I mean, if nobody enforces the law basically in practice doesn't mean shit. And since nobody wants enforcement, because it would just lead to a slippery slope, I mean, you can't expect people who are known rapists, abusers, thieves, and whatever the fuck else to self-moderate shit. It's like asking a robber to stop robbing because you politely asked. Yeah, good luck having a fucking robber or a mugger or a murderer or whatever the fuck else self-moderate. Here's self-moderation for Jason Brody. You saw how self-moderation worked out for him. Didn't work out very well, now did it? Burn this motherfucker. What's your mother? Burn some more shit. Yeah, I like setting shit on fire. Watching shit blow up. A lot of this feels like setting shit on fire in a dream. It's like it just turns into a shadow, but then it's still there. Like it's not impactful, right? By comparison to what it should be. At least what you would hope it would be. Let's see if I just fucking keep shooting the ground. Maybe I can keep the fire going for a longer time. Grenades don't seem to set shit on fire. Flares do. Oh yeah. That set it on fire? I wonder.
I'm taking you down.
Yeah, I'm dead. I was kind of just screwing around, setting shit on fire there, but yeah, it's story, a lot of the other stuff. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I figured this would be a good bonus part after I come back, because this game was I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, it's the whole. When I go backwards, I'll often find something new that I never anticipated. Games like these, it might be the same format time after time after time, but I'm never disappointed. Often, I mean, there are very few games that I went back and played and I was disappointed by. Meanwhile, it's like across the fucking board. Every new game I try to play now, I know exactly how it's gonna be, and I have zero tolerance for it. It's not fun. The shit looks like garbage, the characters are insufferable, and I fucking hate them. It's always the same fucking shit, and you know it when you see it. And the easiest thing to do is just fucking stop playing, because that'll send the message more than anything that if it's not even worth pirating, well, gee, you fucked up, because nobody would, in their right mind, would go out of their way to get that shit. If people don't even want to cheat in your fucking game, if people don't even want to pirate it, if people don't even want to fucking, play it, for fuck's sake, well, I have no problem with so many of these games being destroyed beyond repair. It's more so a matter of practicality, because I see what they've done. I see what they've done to the world around me. They were never good games. Then they just started compounding a bunch of manipulative, political, feelings, emotional bullshit on top of that. Using all these people as a scapegoat, a bullet shield, and a fucking excuse to do whatever horse shit they wanted. Let's take this franchise and ground it into dust. Let's take these people and take them and shoot them. Let's murder these groups of people. Let's rob these motherfuckers. Let's deface, smear, censor, and vandalize this, this, and that. It's an excuse. Nothing more. And what would I rather do? Would I rather fucking waste my life with shitty excuses, or make something that lasts, something that matters? There's a change in the air, no doubt. When the time comes, I expect most people will get it half right, as they did. But I imagine what it's going to be is it's going to be an overusage of AI, and it's going to be an overusage and a over-reliance on older technology, because all of this new stuff was made to be destroyed. And if all of this stuff is set up on a foundation of quicksand, like it has been, what's going to last is going to be the stuff that's reliable. Why do people keep going back to Modern Warfare 2 instead of Advanced Warfare? Because the game is complete and it's fun. Why do people go back to fucking Far Cry 2 and 3 instead of 4 or 5? Because 4 and 5 are missing features here and there. They don't have an easy or colorful atmosphere that's fun to get into. It's not immediate in a lot of cases. I mean, the opening to this game, and judging by like that little fucking bit where you can eat the bowl of Skittles. I mean, there were a few things. I've seen them. I just watched them on YouTube because I didn't want to fucking play them. You could go into the cave, or, I mean, I can't, but if you were earlier in the game to go into the cave and eat the Skittles, it feels more so like they cut some intro and then just turn it into a montage. They even did voice acting and everything, judging by the dude watching some shit on a TV when I go to save Riley. I mean, that seems to me like cut content because, well, why are we having flashbacks to things that I've never been part of? And why would you make an entire environment with dancing strippers and music and dubstep and lights and everything with multiple parts unless it was like cut from some sort of intro and then it was just sort of haphazardly like, okay, well, some designer had made this and they didn't want it to go to waste, so they just put a little fucking bowl of Skittles there and then let you pop pills and, you know, they shit you into the place. That seems like a more likely answer to me. Like they cut something for time, or because they ran into a memory or a storage limitation or whatever the fuck else it be on the consoles, so it had to get cut on every other platform. But because they didn't want it to all to go to waste and they had a little bit of wiggle room, they put it in there. That's more understandable. That makes more sense to me, and that immediately stands out as more of a practical answer to a problem. Because it'd be like other things, like, what about that guy with the beanie? What was he the guy that Voss sliced open? You want me to slice you open like I did your friend? Which friend? Well, that guy, he never shows up again, so who the fuck was that dude with the beanie? I guess he got cut. I guess he literally he got cut from the fucking game. So Voss just fucking sliced that dude in the blue sweatshirt with the beanie open. Now Voss, he's dead. I don't care if he comes back in Far Cry 7. It wouldn't matter. Everything that I do here in the second act mostly hinges upon Voss being dead. So if Voss isn't dead, then that really doesn't justify shit. I mean, it doesn't make the story as impactful as if, like, oh, well, you politely stabbed Voss in the fucking heart multiple times, and he didn't fucking die? Like, dude, that was a massive pool of blood under him. What the fuck do you mean he didn't die? Did you people even play this fucking game? Did you play your own game? It's what I'd be asking with, like, Far Cry 6, right? No, Voss ain't fucking alive. I don't care what they fucking wrote. It's as simple as that. If he doesn't die, then the rest of the game isn't as impactful as it needs to be, and it doesn't hammer that point home. If he lives just because, oh, it's nice for him to live, even though he's a total irredeemable asshole who sells people into sex slavery, puts you in a cage and fucking tortures you and scares you and intimidates you, you know, there's no reason for him to do any of that. Sets you on fire, all this shit, puts on a show for you. Him as a character, he becomes less tragic if he doesn't die. He lives and dies as long as he needs to be. He's not dragged out until he's an insufferable twat. No, he is just here, and then he isn't. That's why he matters. That's why he's impactful. It's why nobody remembers Willis. It's why nobody remembers Hoyt or Buck. They don't fucking matter. They're just a stepping stone for the conflict that you have as Jason and the sort of relatability that Jason has to so many people. That's a story that's got more than one layer to it. That's what I like about this. It makes you think. The way that they've functionally made this game is a little simple, but what you're doing matters. It matters because it's a conflict. Does it matter to you more as a player to be powerful, be a hero, be a warrior, than it does to have a satisfying ending to a story? Do you want to stay in La La Land or go out the rabbit hole? I know what I want. I want to go home. So, I think this game has been a wonderful experience, and yeah, it's not something I'm ever gonna really take for granted. This shit was special. This shit mattered. The shit that I did. Well, let me find a high mountain to jump off of, and then... No. We do something a little easier then. Fuck it. Fucking controller is dying on me. Well, let me make this just a bit easier then. We'll call it quits. That'll be that. Thanks for watching this series. If I had to rate this game, I'd say it got a little grindy near the temples with Buck, and there were a few things that just seemed a little screwy. Taking out Hoyt's communication towers, I mean, maybe, hey, they were just stalling for time in a couple of areas, but it didn't overstay its welcome. I mean, there were little screwy things here and there, like Willis and that fucking trailing mission or whatever. The main story was pretty good, but I ain't gonna fuck with any of the side stuff. I was really only fucking with a few things just to get guns and power and whatever the fuck else it be, so that's that. It's enough of my rambling. Take care.